Oh, yeah. Hello, everyone. Take your time. Can you move a little closer?
Move a little closer. Of course, I move a little closer. Your chakras aligned now.
My chakras are all in alignment.
Oh, you're so strong. Your chakras are all aligned.
Can you say that with a Hessian accent?
Are you so strong? Your chakras are all aligned.
Get out of here.
Yeah.
Yeah.
To ascension. To the spaceship. Now.
Okay, gross. Muse. Muse. You gotta finish your breakfast. All right, everyone. Hello, and welcome to Sunday, May 26, 2019. I am your host, Krista Raisa, and this is my partner, Arcturus Ra. He is on YouTube, Sirius Star Seed. Could you tell us a little bit about who you are?
Oh, you want that?
And we're doing 1 hour today, yeah? 1 hour about.
Mm-hmm.
Or at least 30 minutes.
Mm-hmm.
But while he's digesting, you guys know that on Sundays you can donate for a reading. And I just got off. I'm sorry I'm a little late today. I just finished a reading with a sister, and for which I did not use Oracle cards. But if you would like an Oracle card, just let me know. And the way you can get a reading is, I didn't click live. That's why I'm supposed to click live to show. Yep, I think it's working. So if you are wishing for a reading today, you can. Hey, Felix. Your name came up yesterday. Who was I chatting with yesterday?
Savannah.
Oh, Savannah.
That's our homegirl. That's family.
Yeah.
You might get a visit. Who knows?
Yeah.
Think positive.
I want to get a healing. I hope your healing went great. Thanks for saying I look like an elf. I think you're an elf too. And interesting connections here.
Der gute alte Felix Wittmann. Ich hoffe, es geht Ihnen gut.
Wow, that's amazing. So, hey guys. Oh boy, I feel like I should get an Oracle deck.
Get that. So while you get the deck, if you feel like donating to Krista for
an Oracle card,
do that. Support her cause. I'll come in. Should your higher self, by permission, bleed in, I'll assist her in the readings. Usually I do my show, but I have so much extra stuff and new products uploaded. And we go into the Contact in the Desert. If anybody wants to meet us, we are going to be there starting May 30th. And it's like 7,000 people are booked, so it's going to be packed. So you can meet us exclusive. We're vending there. So,
okay, peoples. Hey, peoples. Let's do a vote. Yeah. Let's do a vote for what favorite deck they want to use. You guys get to pick what deck we use today. The first option is the Ascension cards by Diana Cooper. The second option, because these are big books.
My favorite.
Is the Galactic Heritage cards by Lisa Royale Holt.
Yeah. I have to explain the Galactic Heritage goes into what psychological galactic aspect are you here on Earth to heal?
And the Ascension cards talk about things like the Mahatma energies and Ascended Masters. But then we have more Earth cards, Lakota Sweat Lodge cards. So this is more tribal stuff from my people. My peoples. Yeah, and they have the terminology as well, so you want to learn some Lakota language. And then this is actually Ra's. I know you might have moved. Have you moved on from this one?
I have an extra one. That's why I leave that with you. I bought a second set. You didn't get that, and I served you.
This one,
my queen.
This one also has Ascended Masters.
Yeah, it's also Ra Collective. This guy is also called Momeka Asa, Liquid Crystal Oracle. Very powerful card deck. So what I love about Krista, which I can not make anybody do. She doesn't do regular tarot decks. We're like galactic readers and the psychological aspect.
Mm-hmm.
And before the donations rain in, let me explain something to you. If you want to get a reader, you want to get some people that fit you. See, when I pick readers and they just read me and they tell me what they would look at me and say, oh, your favorite color is Bordeaux red. It's just because you're reading surface. But if somebody can say, well, you have a zeta reticulan aspect of your Logitech mind in your left hemisphere that you haven't integrated, this is because you're disconnected from your emotional body. I'll go, hey, that sounds interesting. That sparks the mind. This is the more you open yourself up to readers of our kind, you find more modalities that actually fit you, what you need, instead of a regular tarot reader that goes, Wednesday is your lucky day, number 7, and the regular mundane how do you say archetypes, arcana.
Oh, do you know what I wish you
It's
could
like
use?
Edgar,
Oh my gosh.
it's
Could you get the
Aleister Crowley. That's where this tarot deck
do you have
comes
the
from.
women's in German, the women's archetype oracle deck?
I have
Do you have it?
Yeah, I have it. It's a big deck, and it's you want to add that here because I have to translate it if any female wants typical aspects.
Well, maybe you could show it because I
can show
I think
it.
that would be cool for
Because I'm working on an English version for that,
Yeah.
inspired by that, because
Just to show that
it
what's
doesn't
on
exist.
the card.
Yeah, it doesn't.
Okay, cool. Yeah, I just thought of that. I've been wanting him to get that deck because I was just speaking with my German sister and I said, "What's your favorite oracle deck?" And she showed me the Doreen Virtue Goddess deck translated to German, which is really cool. I didn't know they translated it to German. And going to Goddess Yoga class, which is all women's yoga, they pull an oracle card for everyone at the beginning of the class. And she was, the lady who ran it, she was saying, I don't have any problems with this deck because this was created in a benevolent time. So in a sense, if you went through this Taurus season and spring cleaning and getting rid of stuff, which I certainly did, to open up new
Hide
energies.
a little bit because nudity on.
You can show breasts on. I think you can show breasts.
So this is called Project Eva. I don't know. YouTube has these guidelines.
Oh really?
Yeah, you show too much, they cut you.
But it's art. I mean, I don't.
Yeah. So. And
Okay.
it's basically the many faces of a female, and it's a very rare deck, and it's the roles, the facets, the feelings, the perspectives.
Can you talk into the microphone, please?
Of archetypes that you can be. So
Because look at the sound here.
Yeah. Okay. You can raise the gain.
Raise the gain.
Yeah. Then it is louder here. This is the gain?
Testing. Yeah.
Is it louder?
Yeah.
Should be. You can
Just
increase
try to
that.
speak into the microphone.
Yeah, let me see. Let me fix that real quick because you have something here called gain. Always up that. Yeah. 1 1 2 1 2 1 2, and this is here, so that you have a good pickup. So when we get to the readings, see, this one looks like Oprah, but it's not
Native
Oprah.
American Oprah.
Yeah, it looks like Oprah, but that's a woman actually from Germany. That's called the mother. Yeah. Looks like Oprah. It's not Oprah, I guarantee you.
But that is Oprah. I mean, they put her face in it.
This is not Oprah.
That's Oprah's face and a Native American body.
This is a German production with German models.
That's Oprah Winfrey's face.
Are you sure?
In front of some petrolers.
Yeah, I don't know. And okay, then it might be Oprah. Who knows?
Whoa. I mean, wow.
This is the healing self. Then you have the this is if you have angst, as in fear, this is about trust. Also the Madonna, it's about trusting. So, and then you have that's the adventurous.
Give me the card, please.
Huh?
I want to see them.
Okay, that's the adventurous. I'm not showing all of them. I'm just giving a
I
few.
think you should show all of them.
See, if you exhaust it, then this one comes up.
What was this one?
Adventurer.
Oh.
The daredevil that goes out. So if you as a female, you're exhausted, then this card can come up and it says save your strength, free center, all of this stuff will come up. So we had just talked about that yesterday about, recentering. That is when you're at peace with the self. Yeah. Then you have, this is the muse. And so on. And
This is the muse.
This is the muse.
How is this a muse? It
Well,
looks
this
like
is
an
this
angel.
this is the muse, and this is the godly spark of the angelic power, but that goes through the muse to inspire beauty.
Mhm.
This is German perspective. This is a whole
Yeah, maybe
European.
the German people understand this.
Yeah.
I don't really understand.
Yeah, this is not commercial. This doesn't
I
exist.
think of a muse as someone who's juggling.
No. Oh, you don't know. Oh, you know what a muse
muse?
is? A muse in the ancient times was a beautiful woman that kept a king enchanted with her beauty and ideas as a beautiful advisor to inspire. That's what a muse is. A juggler, a Chinese juggler, is not a muse. That's from the ancient times. So a king would have a muse. Yeah.
Well, if a muse is for inspiration.
Yeah. Later on, that turned into they had sex at some point, but the original idea was not to be touched, to be inspired, to be motivated by love and female beauty and the feminine spirit. So whatever male ruler was inspired. So a muse was a blessing in the house. That's where that comes from. So that's not why I know how you see it. Also, the backside of the card is the womb of a woman. I mean, the entrance to. So this is the energetic portal where life comes through. That's it created by a woman. Interestingly, she used that here. And it's the big goddess.
Thanks, Krista.
Love energy, universal perspective. And then there's much to read on that, If you have shadow work, this is the shadow catcher. Stuff that you don't like within yourself that you must integrate will come up when the shadow catcher, and that's the archetype comes up.
What does that mean?
That means the spirit that catches the shadow and helps you integrate stuff in you is when stuff has to be looked at that you don't like about yourself. It's called shadow work. For that, you need a shadow catcher. This is a whole new system here. This is a completely new other system. That is young, female, also renewal and blossoming.
What is it in German? What does it say?
That means
Jungfrau.
that means blossom, a young woman, and that means renewal.
Oh.
Yeah. That means partner, soulmate, mature woman. Like as a woman, because I also read, so I can give you a little bit. That means she knows her place. She knows who she is. She's mature. She is, as you can see, like to be respected, as in what she represents as in a feminine energy. So there's maturity, female femme maturity.
She has a Hamsa on her chest.
This means grief, goodbye, and new endeavors, and transition. I find this interesting because
there's a lot of German speakers here.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's funny how this was created. We all know this, but it's not the original face. This is mysterious.
Da Vinci, Mona Lisa.
Riddlesome, and the Joker.
That's the Joker?
Yeah.
Looking like a Mona Lisa? What?
Well, leave yourself open to whatever this woman in Germany got in.
That's me right here. That's me.
It's this little riddles.
Oh, look, her eyebrow is up. Mm-hmm. She's observing you.
Mm-hmm.
She's going, really now?
Yeah. Then we have Eva, Lilith, being female. So that what was hidden is revealed.
Oh, her the lotus here is shown her chakras.
Yeah, it's a dream catcher.
There are lots of symbols in these cards.
Yeah. Now comes the Bruja, the witch, the visionary, the healer. Hey,
I love it.
Then comes this, probably maybe you looked at tarot. This is the Empress, the Queen, the Ruler, the Powerful Woman.
Love it. Dir ist in der Tat. There's so many German speakers here.
Dies ist
today.
in der Tat ein interessantes Deck, auf jeden Fall. Cyrilius Ra. Ich wusste gar nicht, dass du Deutsch quatscht. Ihr seid auch immer so am Versteck spielen. Telling these people try to hide and seek here. The hunter, the provider, the one who has a job. You know why I talk this talk? This is all the stuff that I read. You know, this is to break the spell that the male has to be the provider and the woman can't help herself. You can do your job and provide. And I learned that from my mom. There's no excuse. That's the creative. That means the creative.
That's Tauriel. Oh,
You're good.
creative.
Okay.
Yeah.
That's the creative, knowing how to
paint.
handle life, the artist, and self-expressive.
This gives me the chills. This one.
Yeah, if I do a reading with you, you'll be amazed.
Look, she's a paintbrush.
Yeah,
That's
I can go through
maybe that's mine.
what flickers up. You know,
Can I pick a card after we do this?
Yeah. we could do this. That's the commanderess or captainess. I don't know how you would. It's written as in captain in female.
Maybe
In German, you
she's
can do that.
A navigator.
Yeah, that means captainin. That means female version of a captain. See,
Mm-hmm.
you have your own boat, and you are self-responsible. There's a lot of things that are very, very good where people can learn. This is the teacher, the explorer, the mentor. And it's all feminine energy. This is for females. This is actually, you cannot use this deck for males. It's not made for males. You know, it's good. You have to have your own.
Ooh, I like her aura color. Mm.
That's the pretender, the trickster, how do I translate that, Scheinheilig? Appears to be all holy, but she's a player,
What?
a gamester. So don't be fooled by images.
Is that what that says?
Yeah,
You guys.
superficial trickster. See, it says tricksterin. It means trickster. You know, see, there's this in front of the heart. You can't really look in. There's trickery. And that card, when you read about it, it explains like those females that go like, "Is everything okay? Are you fine? Are we good?" That's the trickster, like that appearance of this when you know it's not so.
What would you like me to say to you?
Trickster.
Yeah.
Trickster. Yeah. A lot of shadow work is necessary there. Spiritual, looking for the forms of life, looking for purpose, believing. The believer. And after that, we can start with donations.
Glaube ich.
Believing. This is the girl, the daughter, the inner child. If that needs calling, that card will come up and say, hey, you need to pay. Who is a trickster? That's for you to find out, Cyrilius. Cyrilius, bist du ein Typ oder eine Tuss? Ich kann das nicht feststellen anhand, was hier angegeben ist. This is nurturing mother, ghostly child, as in spiritual child also.
I wonder what that means. Ghostly child.
That I have to read. It's like as in spiritual or imagined child. What's in there? Nurturing mother. You seen it?
Mm-hmm.
My reading for the day is to stay strong and cope with a lot of things in life. Yeah, who knows? It can be deeper if you ask. This is not called light work, it is called shadow work. Wait a minute. Light work includes shadow work. Shadow work means looking at the aspects that are not looked at. And a light worker must do that, meaning shining light towards darkness. Let's say this is a house, and then you have apartments. And let's say there's a thought form that doesn't pay rent. So there's no divine balance. So you have a squatter. So you go in as a light worker and you go turn the light on, open a door, put fresh air in, and put in perspective what's happening here that I'm not paying attention to. Brought forth to light, and that is called shadow work. I will do a video on that's why the Western civilization has developed the devil. It's because they not want to be responsible for their actions. They want to claim it on a persona. Yes, we know there are demons and attachments, but the tribes all over the planet, Kogi, Hopi, Inuit, Aborigines, and more in the Amazonian jungle, they have shadow. They don't have the devil. They have aspects that are not looked at, where things hide that need to be brought forth. That's why you have a light worker, but a light worker can also do shadow work. So this is the extravaganza, the diva, the wild woman.
Interesting choice.
Yeah, that is like Grace Jones is an archetype for that. The extravaganza, the wild. She had many lovers, queen, and it's like the side of my life and very royal. Yeah, so from the male perspective, it can't be controlled. So the wild woman, which I find interesting,
And
inspiring.
Yeah.
That is the non-believer. The criticism to undecided, doubting, not knowing, not sure. See the face, see the grief. This is actually locking the third eye this here. This is when you can't sense and release, and then it can also mean focus at times or thinking like this when you do this. So the dreamer, the foreigner, the wanderer. What's up with Bella? Interesting.
Curious.
This is the student,
the scholar.
The scholar, the one who thirsts for knowledge.
I love this one.
Who wants to study.
I love this.
There's a lot of stuff that females need because from the male realm that was never taught to that you have your own entire kingdom of structure of who you are.
I love the books and the cosmos and what she has here. A nest. It looks herbs and flowers and garlic and a pipe or piece of wood, a fruit, more vegetables. She's a goddess statue. She has some kind of art of a stone, a candle. The galaxy is here, kind of like a wizarding office.
This means sisters, best of friends, besties. What do you call
BFFs?
BFFs?
That's so good. I love it.
Inner friend also. Like you're tight. You're down. That's fam. This is
Destroyer Kali.
The Kali, the Gutin. Gatekeeper.
What's Gutin?
Goddess Kali. This means pissed. Gatekeeper.
Yeah.
Like angry.
Breaking it down.
Like mad at the world, wanting to smash something. That's Kali. Kali needs to devour you to give birth actually to new things. So she comes in and wraps it. I think you have Kali energy.
It's kind of, you can't really tell on the surface.
No. You're double fire. It's when challenged and put into that thing, I think you have Kali energy. But that always gives birth to new things.
Maybe.
Now you're the mysterious. The Joker. The Heyoka. This maybe. Who knows?
I'll juggle some.
This is sensual, loved, enjoying, luscious, sensual being in it. See, that's an entire persona like. you're loving yourself in what you are. Like that's also a psychological, how do you say, body posture. You're not trusting yourself so much. Women, you have that, you crouch, you
Well, she's confident in her vessel.
yeah,
She's
like
it's
she's
like
not
she's
hiding. She
feeling
doesn't have to hide.
herself.
She's feeling
Yeah.
herself. She knows who she is.
Yeah. Okay, and then the last one.
So then we have the receiver. Something is becoming, being pregnant, or
Fertility.
But that's not
Birthing
only
something.
birthing a child. That completely means as you can receive, the ability to receive. The fighter, the warrior.
She has a lightsaber.
Yeah, the Amazon.
She has a lightsaber. She's an actual lightsaber.
Yeah, that's the Amazon. That is the wise old woman, the observer. That, when I give a woman a reading, is like I say, sometimes you have to turn into the wise one. It's when you step back and observe. You have no opinion, no attitude, no feeling, no ups or downs. You step back and you just look at what's happening. Great. Knowledge is transmitted when you become the ultimate observer. Because when I read those things, some cards I remember. This is the rebel fighting for freedom and justice.
Ooh, with a cell phone in her hand. She has a smartphone in the other hand.
Well, it's modern day age. In 1,000 years, they will be like, what is it that she's holding in her hand? Can you imagine? In 1,000 years, they see that picture.
Yeah, and she has a new jacket. Wow.
Yeah. So they're like, this is kind of modern. Where is this coming from?
Well, it seems that she's maybe fighting to right things wrong from the past.
Well, yeah, I guess so. I have to read that.
Ooh. Okay,
And
that's it. Wow.
So we're ready for donations, and we can go into details that you don't have. So it's up to you.
We have about 30 minutes left.
Yeah, we'll see where everybody is, and we take it from there.
I'd like a card, to be honest.
Okay, see here, light language on the book. That's deep shit.
Can I have a card?
Yeah, okay. Let me mix this deck, and I'll do something for Krista. So if you're interested, you can. If not, no readings for free. There has to be universal exchange.
Could I get a card for just 2 cards?
Okay, for what? For you?
Yeah.
Okay.
For the 2 recent scenarios I've been in, like 1 card.
Okay, 2 recent scenarios. Okay.
One I'm currently in and one I just recently had.
Okay.
Yeah.
So one is family, one was chosen family, right? Is that how you see it? Okay. Okay.
No.
Okay.
Okay. Sorry, guys.
Okay.
What archetype am I?
Okay, eternal revenue here.
Yeah.
That's eternal affairs. Okay. One is for the, and one is for the, okay.
Well,
so,
I just want to see what the booklet says.
Okay, so pick one for the first scenario you mentioned. So what are you living there?
And the
And the second one. What are you living
can
there?
we reshuffle it after I pick? This one.
Okay, that means you were hunting.
Okay, 13, and then for the second scenario.
Yeah, well, I've needed.
It might, the same card might pop up again. So can you reshuffle it, please?
Isn't a reading that you pull a card and I read you the aspect?
Yeah, but I want to just pull both cards first.
Okay, then I have to put the card down.
Oh, okay.
I can't put it back in because that.
Okay.
Because that is already we chosen that.
This is all in German.
Yeah, that means you were hunting. Oh, this is a pretty interesting thing. So the first scenario is about your hunt. you little predator. Yeah. Oh, that's gonna be funny when I read that.
Sita.
Oh. This is gonna be revelating.
Kalia.
Yeah. This is gonna be revelating to you. Because the hunter must evaluate, was the hunt successful? Was there abundance in there? Did you get? Were you honored? Where's your dignity
It
if you're not
doesn't say
honored?
that.
Yes. Money.
How
The
do you get
hunt
honored
was the
on a
hunt.
hunt? Oh, because
Well,
you're with a team.
It means whatever you were involved in. If that doesn't honor you, the hunt is bad. And you as a provider, you realize that. Your hunting grounds. You're literally saying like you check your hunting grounds. If that's not bountiful, then fuck the bullshit. This is literally what he's saying. I'm not making this up, Krista. Trust me, cards don't fucking lie. Pardon my French.
Oh my gosh.
That shit. You want to hear it? I read it for you. Second scenario.
Wait, can you put it back in the deck, please, and reshuffle it?
Well,
Because sometimes the same card pops up, which means it's a very strong
you're stuck
archetype.
on that. Well, if that comes up, then you have to. But I don't think so. I already know.
Okay, let's just see.
This was a strong card, and I predict that the next card.
It's a lot to translate.
Oh, I'll do the rough with you. I can do that quick.
1, 2, 3 pages.
Yeah. I'll do the rough. Energetically, let's see how this is. It should be a softer card. Just remember that page, because I lose that stuff if I don't. So pick one. Feel into it what you want to pick. See?
Lilith. That's if my Lilith is in Gemini, it's an astrological alignment. My Lilith is in Gemini. The Sun is in Gemini. So I think this is an astrological alignment. That's what I'm experiencing with my
okay. But I can still read to you what's what. Can we do the reading? So I give you the rough.
The first one and then the second one?
Yeah.
Okay.
I give you the rough. So this is about your hunt. This is you're hunting. So I give you the light side, reflecting on what is, and I give you the dark side. See, this is light side, this is dark side.
Okay, yeah, that's good. Yeah.
And it's going to be revelating for you. Okay,
you don't have to read the whole thing, just those two.
I give you the roughs.
Yeah.
So you know where you are. So the light side is the intuition to feeling, the hunt. Hunt should resolve in being bountiful. If not, then it's a bad hunt. A male is involved.
It says that?
A male is involved. And that male needs to honor you. If not, that hunt is crap. That anerkennung means honoring you, respecting you, like peace.
Okay.
Love, success.
Erfolg
means success. Career is you with your intellect look at what intellect came back at you. Being self-responsible for where you are, making the right choice at what moment, seeing what is reflecting. Patience, paying attention.
What?
When you're on a hunt, pay attention. What are you hunting? Pay
attention. This is trippy.
This means Jagdgründe. This means evaluate your hunting grounds.
Jagdgründe.
Yeah. Evaluate your hunting grounds.
Oh my god.
Were you bountiful? Yes, no.
Ziel.
Beute.
Beute.
Beute is bounteousness. You know?
Ziel.
What's your goal? Or what was the goal? Then the power that you had by getting and like packing,
momentum.
This
preparation.
The spirit of wanting to move and doing something and going somewhere.
Whoa.
Basically holding your own dignity as a female. As you do what you do as a female, you look at what is and then you evaluate that clear. Not the shadow side. That's going to be interesting. Exhausted, overwhelmed.
Überforderung.
Yeah. Overwhelmed, you did too much, you're stressed out, you're burned out, you're frustrated, it's not making you any money, you're not having success here, you felt obligated by force, which is also wrong, like you have to behave a certain way in order to act. That's what this says is the shadow side. What says that you think that you have to do something. which is not necessary. You need to reflect that.
No, not really.
Having the pressure to be successful. Like, accept what's coming, Crystal. Like, with the shadow is nobody wants
I mean,
to hear
I can
shadow.
relate to both light and the dark in this card.
Yeah,
Not
but in the light
everything,
is
but
where you're bountiful. Where's your bounty?
I don't know. I have
Yeah.
to think about it.
Yeah. Problems.
Schwierigkeiten.
Yeah. Whatever is relating to you that you were involved with, problems. Not a job.
Arbeit. How do you people say these words?
Arbeitslosigkeit.
Arbeitslosigkeit.
Arbeitslosigkeit. That means like, if put it this way, because I know this. If your hunting would resemble the same result, you'd end up being broke. That's what it says.
Gee,
because you're not bringing home goods. It's for you to reflect. Doubt, not trusting yourself. You're denying yourself.
What?
Selbstverleugnung. You're denying yourself. Yeah, you there's aspects of you that you're not. It's the shadow side. I'm not saying it is or it isn't. It's for you, for your inner process. There's some shadow side says there's something that you had denied or are denying that is not shed light upon.
Whoa.
Yeah, and that's why this led to problems and not being bountiful, because it hasn't been checked. Because here says this, what's the checklist of a hunter? What did you miss when you went into your hunt? Because you need your bow, you need your arrow. What are you collecting? Fruits, deer. This is all a metaphorical process. And in the end, like, assumptive, ineffective behavior by forcing yourself into situations that are unrealistic because you're assuming. You're not going from, I know this. You're imagining, wishful thinking, being hopeful, not reality. Very clear. But you evaluate what makes sense to you. And later on after this, I can read you the storyline, what that actually means in the rough. So that was that. Trust me, when I get shadow red, I'm like, it's like it's peeling your banana. It's never happy, but allow it because it makes you greater. So Eva, the beast. But it's actually Eva and Lilith. So it's,
that's like, which one is it?
You have both here. That's 8. I'm trying to figure out. That's with the other situation.
What does the third one mean?
That's feminine.
Is it
feminine?
feminine?
Yeah.
So it's just simple male-female energy contrast that the female.
No. This is just female. There's no male here. There's Eva.
It's the primordial woman.
Yeah.
It's the.
That's basically Lilith is kind of the emotional body, and Eva is the one you see. That's from the German perspective. I'm just giving you how the set works. Where's the 8? And then I'll read to you. That would be copyright problems, like a mother. She's with networks and shit. Like, that book would be off the shelf. So, the visual side, the hidden side.
Okay.
Self-determined. See, Bewusstsein. Self-conscious. Being in the present now. Being here. Being present. Passion. Lust. What's lust? What's drive? Energy, sexual energy, lusting. That's the topic right now. Emancipation. You want your own freedom, acceptance, independence. Equilibrium, as in equal rights for you as a female. You want to be whatever you're dealing with in that situation.
Interesting.
You want to be treated as an equal by what you're dealing with, whatever situation it is. I have to word it that way so it makes sense. You know your self-worth, which you do. You know what you're worth. When you say, okay, right now, some of these apples are rotten, either you give me a discount and toss those, or we're not having a deal. But you know that. You know that. I love it. You're like my client right now. That's how I read people. So you're a wild woman, such a wild beast, and I love it.
Untamable.
Krista is what's to be tamed, and it gets unattractive.
See, you
If-
can't
if-
trap a paradise bird.
If you are submissive and everything is yes, man, then sorry.
Yeah, this isn't biblical times.
That's not
I'm
attractive.
sorry.
You
Mm-mm.
need to be a challenger. You need to be wild.
Yeah, women aren't to be controlled anymore.
Yeah, but not setting the house on fire, because then you burn down your
It's
own
a new
grounds.
age. Mm.
So it also says devil's wife. That's also the uncontrolled Lilith. You
But
know,
it's the truth.
it's devil's
the
wife is just
truth.
meaning if you're loving your free spirit, you're not going status quo, you're not going church. So the church thinks it's like devil, but it's more like free. It's nothing to do with being evil. Okay, it's old interpretation of metaphorical construct. So, daughter of the big goddess. Your topic with that situation,
of Ava and Lilith.
yeah, you integrating the mature and here and the hidden sexual lust and my freedom, acceptance, warrior, Amazon, everything is Lilith.
That's why I get confused, because I thought it was supposed to be one archetype. It seems like that has two archetypes.
Yeah, well,
the partner, but maybe it's just the different sides to someone in a partnership.
You can see this. Eva and Lilith integration means the obedient woman is accepted, but also the one that you can't conform. They both are one.
Yeah.
That's what actually makes sense.
Yeah, the one is cooperating and the one is just me.
Yeah. So meaning obedient doesn't mean you have to serve a male or be in that situation. It's more like when you're in a situation or in a relation that you're dealing with, there's ways to be obedient to serve the cause. Let's say I go on a date and I buy the dinner. Or
you're being respected for all of those qualities that you are. You're just being accepted as you are. Like a whole, it's like a wholesome wholeness.
Yes.
Like I accept you for these qualities.
Yeah. And your emotions and stuff, and that's what you feel. The balance
means that would be
means
the light.
The integration also means, because I know part of that reading is that Lilith doesn't lash out in the past or like Sekhmet, kill everybody, you betrayed my father. It's more like I'm integrating this and I can communicate this is how I feel, and it's done in a non-aggressive manner.
You can go in different directions, so it feels like you have the option. You're not just one. You can move in many ways.
Yes.
Around these.
Okay, now to the dark side. You ready? Mm-hmm. Suspense. Dun. Don't worry. Mr. takes it so she's like a brace for impact. It's coming. It's coming, and it's called life. Face it. Okay. Fallen goddess, which is you are not. So I'll protect you. Okay.
Yeah, I don't
I'm
feel
supreme
like
being.
that. Yeah.
I protect you. The sinner. What have I done? Sin. The illustrious seducer. How can I get? How can I get what I want? Because we're all that. Embrace it. If you seduce a man, there's nothing wrong with that. This is where the male that lost control over you was like, you're sinning because you're tantalizing somebody else. So you're like the sinner.
Or like you tantalized me.
Yeah.
I liked it, but you're still a sinner.
Yeah,
like,
you used me. Yeah. Oh, you used me. Oh shit! How this makes sense?
Why do guys do that all the time?
All programming.
They're like, use me, mistress.
Yeah,
and then
but then they say, you used me. The suppressor, suppressing feelings within.
I feel like I'm a bird about to prey on some worms.
Suppressing also could mean that if you suppress shit in you that wants to talk, well, it'll pop. You'll cry. It's gonna come up. You can't suppress. It's not happening.
It's not healthy.
Feeling guilty. Yeah, so I have headlines where people that I read don't even say anything anymore because I'm like, you know the story. I don't want to even know the detail. I give you the headline.
This is why everyone's too scared to get a reading.
Yeah, my readings are like tough. Like, but you want tough readings because then from there you evolve. Let's see. When I'm done here, let's see where you're at.
We only have 15 minutes.
Yeah,
so if you guys want to donate, use the little dollar sign.
Yeah, if you want to donate and do something, we extend it. If not, we're gonna end it.
If not, we're gonna end it. If you're not gonna extend it, okay? So y'all gotta
Okay, so also take it with a grain of salt.
Wait, I have more money. Should I
Okay.
show my money?
Listen, shamefulness, like you being ashamed for what you have done after it is done.
Yeah, because Lilith gets cast out.
Yeah. Something here that
You have an
says
opinion, you have
second
something
picks.
to say, you get cast
yeah,
out.
you didn't
Are
like
you in the past?
second pick, prime rib or pork chops. I don't know what that means.
I don't know. I don't even understand.
Victim mentality. Oh, me, oh, me, everybody does this to me. Victim mentality. I say, get out of it. You're not the victim. You created it. You can uncreate it. Everything that you have created, you can uncreate. Know this. Anytime you don't like the deal, goodbye. Nice.
You know what I want to say about that too? Because I've had a lot of this anger come up about women's position in the planet and how we've been mistreated for, I don't know, a couple 100,000 years. And so it's like, well, what does God have to say about all of this? And, you know, for people who have been suppressed, and it just, I believe that the spirit world helps those who, if you're not getting help on earth, you have spirit to help you, which is why we do spirituality. And I feel that God has given women special gifts and abilities. You know, men also have to accept that. It's like,
yeah,
because of the universe is always creating balance.
Yeah. So yeah, before we have to go to get to these, and you will draw cards. So here's something where Krista will.
I'm gonna start making a list.
So the dark side is monogamy, because monogamy means to sort yourself under a rule, under an oppressor, for being true, being kosher, and exclusively in one spot, as in limitation. So that's why you see monogamy, it's in here.
Oh, it's in there?
Yeah. That's the dark side means that is a suppression. From a female perspective, the monogamous mindset is a suppression. You are locked into that what you'd have to do, and you can't do more.
What's Eva?
Yeah.
Lilith don't care.
Yeah.
Ava is on lockdown.
Yeah.
Serving Adam.
Yeah.
Has nothing to say.
So to make this quick, one thing is where you distort the image of who you are. When only you notice, when you say, is there something wrong with me? You're distorting the image of your true self. There's nothing wrong with you.
Yay.
You're limiting yourself through limiting belief systems. Like if you have a belief system that's unauthentic and you go into something assuming something that doesn't work actually according to how you believed it, you're limiting yourself. Open yourself up to possibilities of what works and look at what's workable for you.
It just seems like things can go in different directions.
Yeah. You know? Does it work for you? Does it not work for you?
What does this one mean again? This?
Feminine. And then the last thing is that you're damning yourself. You know? Like you want to, like, it's like self-destructive behavior. Fuck everything, blow everything up. Like, fuck me, pardon my French. I did everything wrong. Everything is wrong with me. Nothing ever works. I'm like the failure of the world. And you condemning yourself. They shall not condemn themselves. Does that make sense? Does it make sense?
Yes.
Yeah?
I want to give you a kiss. Okay.
Okay, kiss.
So. Okay, so Eric and then Kat.
Okay, so what cards you want to pull on Eric?
Well, he's a boy, right?
Yeah, so no female cards. So pick a card.
Okay, so
Galactic, or Crystal,
or Lakota.
You decide. It's your show.
Okay, for the boys, we have. I feel like this one isn't going to be good. Because this connects you to the Earth Mother. So, yeah. So you still get in tune with the divine feminine energies. Because I'm reading it. Okay, so we're going to pick a card for Eric. And
yeah.
The card is Apo Wichapi. Which is the morning star. Card number 33. Hope. We greet you with joy to shine upon your world as it shifts from darkness to light. You must feel peace in that time of change. It is a patient time when paths open briefly to allow broadening experiences. The time is a gift that we are blessed to share in with you. Partake of much joy, much peace, much beauty, in surety, in flux. Be with us, share this time of wonder. You will learn much and bless the whole of your day.
Amen.
An 8-pointed star is formed by the poles at the top of the lodge, the points of which represent the 8 morning stars, the planets. They have Lakota names, but you know them better as Mercury, Saturn, Venus, Neptune, Mars, Pluto, Uranus, and Jupiter. Sometimes several of them appear in the morning, but the first one to show itself will be the morning star. A light has appeared beneath the darkness to illuminate your way. This light shines upon you and upon those areas of your life that have darkened your journey. It is time to come out of the darkness and allow support, guidance, and love. You can see the brilliance ahead of you as you walk with confidence and trust in the future. Let this morning star shine into your consciousness, and you will be able to meet the present and future with wonder, expecting the fulfillment of your desires. I partake of the gift of shining light of shadowless vision and gentle perception. And that was your card.
Good.
Okay, so can you pull a card for Kat?
Okay, which
Please?
deck we're picking?
The Ava card.
Okay. Some assume that Queen Shiva was actually Eva. Queen Shiva, Eva.
Mm.
And Shiva also in India, Shiva is the same.
Mm.
Because Adamus and Shiva were as in the first creation of man, were king and queen. They ran Eden. And there was a war. So we want to see what's up. For Kat, Kandarian. Sounds like you're from another system. Are you from the Kandarian system?
And I'm going to pull a card for Finn while he's pulling Kat's card.
So let's see what we got here. Okay, I'll do this and you pull it for her.
Oh, what was this one?
I sense this.
We missed. Oh, we pulled this one.
I sense this. Which one is
Wait,
this?
this is also 33. The one we just pulled was 33, right?
Yeah.
Yep, we just pulled 33, and they're both 33.
So what is this?
Whoa! So everyone, pay attention to the number 33, okay? That'll help guide you.
So for Kat, that's something going on that's actually bothering you. Let's figure this out.
She said yes, LOL.
I'm getting the emphasis on.
I'm hearing the word discussion. So you might want to start a discussion, or you've been involved in a discussion that's in your energy field.
How'd you get in that?
I hear clairaudiently.
Mm-hmm. So something.
But this also came up in my client reading today about purpose.
Okay, so
I feel like this has to do with your purpose.
okay, so the light side for Kat is resignation. See, it can sound dark in the light side.
Mm-hmm.
Something inside resignates you. You are something in you is victim of somebody else's needs. That's not 100% for you. You are a perfectionist. You're honorable in things that you have to do. There's something here that says burnout, where you're just exhausted being that, because it's not 100% you. You're hit, like psychologically, you're kind of like a little dented, like you're a little fatigued these days. You should be sleeping more, having to integrate more, because something that kind of hit you, that's kind of taking energy from you, it's not giving you energy. You're looking at your existence and your financial stuff. You're not 100% in harmony with where you are. You feel overwhelmed and you feel like this energy is stagnant, something is not moving, and you're like, so then the dark side to that is sitting still, not doing. um, where's your self-worth? Find out what's your value. How do you value your life? How do you value you? That needs to be looked at. New orientation for you. Do a 180. Just reevaluate the entire thing and begin to look at it again. Reflect. Yeah, you're called to reflect on you right now with everything there is. Make a different choice. Choose different. When it gets uncomfortable, you grow. Say yes to your own needs, what you require. Find yourself. You need a timeout, like a vacation. You need to, from where you are, time out from this, be elsewhere for a minute. Ask for help if you need help.
Oh, that came up in my client
Do
reading.
not give up hope.
It was vacation time for my client.
Yeah. So again, there is something where your body is not fully at ease. That's why we call it disease. You need to heal that out. That's what I'm getting. You're overwhelmed and you're fatigued. That also goes hand in hand with all the cards. With the planets right now, you gotta take care of yourself if you're overwhelmed. You can't burn it until you snap, because then it gets really, really, really bad. So check yourself right now.
Spa treatment,
hot bath, lover or lovers, I don't know, and those that respect you around you. Disrespect, no tolerance, not even an inch. You don't take ish. Be nice. Heal yourself. Take time for yourself.
Good. That's a good reading.
So Jody Jones wants a card, so we're
well,
gonna
wait,
do that.
we have to do Finn first.
Okay,
so
what's Finn, a boy?
Yeah.
Okay.
I'm doing Ascension card for Finn.
This is fun, like working with you like this.
She's so cool. Yeah. Okay, so you pull a card for Finn.
Okay. The magic begins at midnight. I'm a central being, so I like picking central. Neptune!
Neptune is the planet of higher spirituality, and the wisdom of Atlantis and Lemuria is held within its ascended aspect. You are blessed, for you only receive this card when you are ready to receive their information. Your guidance is to tune in to your Earth Star chakra, then connect with Neptune, the cosmic Earth Star chakra. Archangel Sandalphon oversees this center. He nurtures your divine potential and will help you download the spiritual light you are waiting for. This will expand your consciousness and greatly assist your ascension journey. Affirmation: I attune to the wisdom of Atlantis and Lemuria, held in Neptune.
Neptune is also prominent and fortune. Neptunian energy is good. It's like...
Yeah, look into, at this time, you may want to check your astrological chart. So you want to go to this website. It's called astro.com, and it's called Free Chart Drawings and Ascendant. It's free horoscope. And if you know your birth city, the time of birth, you can look up your chart and see what planet Neptune, what sign it's in. It might be affected right now at this time astrologically. And that can always help you to understand why you are experiencing whatever it is you're experiencing.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so for Johnny, we're going to pull an Ava card, women's card.
Girl?
And the card, the same card as me.
So it's in the area.
Okay, so this card has to do with hunting, and it's really evaluating, was it a successful hunt or not? And so the if you think about hunting, the keen aspects of the hunt, the positive aspects are the preparation for the hunt, that initial momentum that is required. You might get a burst of energy because you feel like you have a mission. So you might be thinking about your intuitive impulses, timing, your career. Also, what were the other positive aspects? Generosity, maybe. Because when you're going hunting, you think, oh, this can be shared with lots of people.
Oh, that's actually an expansion to the reading.
Yeah, providing for others. So there's a kind of masculine yang energy involved.
Yeah, but there's nothing wrong with
the forward momentum.
Yeah, but see that as a positive thing is because if you can bring home the bounty to provide, then you can nourish, and that enhances the mother energy.
Yeah.
So that's good.
Right. And it has to also do with a bow and arrow, so a keen perception.
As in your tools for the hunt.
Mm-hmm.
So your bow and arrow is dream catcher, readings.
What are your tools? It could be a time of evaluating
your
the
Etsy
tools
store, your
that you
Depop
use.
store. These are your hunting tools.
Yeah, like we're getting clarity on your work and what it is you want to do. So this woman has a bow and arrow is how she's hunting. There are other tools you can use to hunt. And when you're finished with the hunt, you may be evaluating what it is.
Yeah, like a hunter is
was it a successful hunt or not?
If you're not bountiful, you need to change hunting grounds.
Like if you're leaving totally depleted. I mean, hunting always does take energy. So
yeah, but if hunting goes well, it doesn't take energy. That's the point. When you're a good hunter, you place yourself, you don't exhaust yourself, you bring home the bounty, you are strong, and you can nourish yourself first. Thus, you can henceforth nourish others. If you're not strategizing smart about your needs, you come home exhausted. Your prey escaped. It sounds weird and funny, but and then your village. You wasted your time and your faculties. Like I could have, seen this before. So next time you go into the hunting, you see the situation. Like I'm not going into these hunting grounds because this looks like the same stuff that I've seen before.
Yeah.
So you change hunting grounds. That's beneficial for you. Back then, 40,000 years ago, it was about life and death. If you're not smart about your hunting grounds and your people
also not getting trapped by the prey, because when you go out into a forest, there's all types of beings there. It's like it could be an intense situation.
Chinese saying, do not chase rabbits. Don't chase horses, because you'll never catch them. So if you're caught in a chase and trapped in the chase, but it's a forever chase, cut the chase, because we're not winning, So the metaphor is close proximity with the prey, which is nothing bad. It's a metaphor for what's the acquisition, what's the goal here.
But I feel like whatever round you just went through, that I'm getting that you got a lot of ideas from this. A lot of creative ideas, and that might have when that happens, it can open your third eye to visions. So you may have received visions or a heightened awareness, so that's something to take home. So I hope that you've been on the receiving end after utilizing your specialty. And if you didn't receive something, well, maybe you received something internal. And the third eye visions, which what we've been practicing on this channel for a while, is the interpretation of those third eye visuals. Not only that, but remember how we were talking about third eye zooming ability and seeing things in layers? A really good psychic goes beyond the surface level. So for instance, with KonMari method, when you clear your house, she does it in categories. When you become sensitive to joy, you start clearing and reorganizing in subcategories. So the same kind of happens with these psychic readings is you start getting impressions, right, about the person you're reading for. This is why it's good to sit with a psychic for a while. Like if you guys want a reading with me, I do them for 1 hour on my website for $120. Starts to get stronger. The psychic muscle starts to exercise and you receive more input, and it's almost like spirit starts to help you with these storylines and layers. And so this is why it takes practice, and it can take some time and sitting with an individual to really get to the golden nuggets. So it can, you brush across the surface in a general reading.
Yeah, you should be invested in yourself. A lot of people have a lot of money to buy a lot of superficial things that actually really not life enhancing at the moment. But when you have a reading that can be life changing, that is beneficial for you because it makes you see things to somebody that can reflect to you, that I invest in. Like if I find somebody out there that's professional, I invest in that because I'm interested in me. So how interested are you in you? That's up to you. Aha. Hot dog.
Cool.
Female or male?
Star child.
Hot dog.
Are you female or male? Yay, glad that helped.
We're getting also downloads.
Okay, male. So
to accurately being clear with what we're saying. So this is not
Star Child gets the galactic card. So would you like to pick a card for him?
Yeah, that's my favorite deck actually. Yeah. Because like what race has what
good.
History?
This is good
this
stuff.
Is so interesting. And this is what books for.
This is 108 cards.
Yeah, like I'm working on my card deck since the last 4 years. And my problem is the writing.
Right. I forgot your
writer's block. As an action deck, like what you have to do.
Yeah.
Not just energies, like affirmations of what
I just want to finish my previous thought about the benefits of having internal psychic visions. Well, or do you have something to say about that?
Well, what are the benefits?
You ever just lay down and you start seeing and hearing things and a vision unfolds?
All the time.
It's like that Muse headset you got.
Yes.
He has this headset that plays a certain sound according to your brain waves. And when your brainwave goes into a certain pattern, the sound changes. So your goal is to kind of relax with this Muse program. And when I did that, I realized that my brain started to go into some like a spiraling vision that just kept unfolding and unfolding, sort of like in meditation or maybe on a plant medicine. It can happen, sober or not. And when the brain was allowed to like fantasize and just go with it, whether you have an intention or not, you're going into this more alpha state. So that sounded like birds and an ocean. It would either be a cool water with bird sounds or this turbulent ocean. So when you're having lots of anxious thoughts and you're in your frontal lobe and your left hemisphere and your Logitech analytical, you might have these turbulent moment to moment thoughts like when you're having caffeine. But when you're cool, calm, and steady, the sun comes out and the birds start whistling. It's like the universe starts to give to you and you start receiving again because you're centered. And so having those visions is part of the process, but you can also use those visions to communicate with the spirit world.
Mm-hmm. Question, what does that mean here? Does that person know anything?
Well, my viewers like to read my energy without asking me permission. They do it all the time. So
what is that spot on? Is that something?
I don't know right now. I'm interpreting them, so I don't know you.
I'm not naming names. I just feel not a harmonious wave. It's a projection. I don't feel it as enhancing.
Well,
it's how they perceive us, I guess.
Yeah, that just happens when you work on the internet. It's people.
It's interesting.
My viewers do this. I think they.
Yeah, might do it too.
I think they're practicing their psychic ability and they want to see if they're spot on. But I don't give feedback because I don't publicly share what I'm going through in my private life. But thank you if you had a nice intention.
Psychic though, so you're psychic. Yeah. But
I
now the energy feels better.
I appreciate you trying to help me.
Yeah,
thank you.
But see, but now it feels much better.
Mm-hmm.
Like, I know when it's harmonious and I know when it's projected. So it's. I'm just following my feeling.
I'm used to it. When I upload a video, my viewers are like, Krista, are you sad? Krista, you seem so happy today. And that's okay. That's just human nature, I think. So
Lele.
But if you guys are psychics and you wanna, you can promote yourselves on my chat and my comments. I don't mind. Under my videos, if you guys are healers and you want to get your services out, please don't hesitate to promote. I don't consider that trolling. I consider that networking. So this is for Haddock, Star Child.
Are you serious? Mental transformation. Krista, want to read? Mental transformation. That's for Haddock.
It's a future timeline card, so this has to do
with what's coming for
with
you.
the future of Sirius, who are technical. They were a technical civilization. They had to do with the Anunnaki, especially Anu and his sons Enlil and Enki. Highly technically advanced group where supposedly cetacean beings come from. So this is later on in galactic history in our metaphoric future. Beliefs, habits, and mental attachments cause most of the distress that we experience as humans. Sometimes we don't even realize we have them. Now that we are making a planetary transition, it requires us to let go of these obstacles to true awakening. Our future Sirius friends who have released these obstacles can help us with this because they provide loving guidance to help us navigate this transition. This card asks you to be truthful about your limiting beliefs and habits, even the positive ones, and open yourself to new and flexible ways of thought and being. This card accesses energy from the Sirian era after they became an awakened species and transcended to a non-physical fifth density state. The Sirians from this era are a great model for humans because when they were young, their species had many of the same challenges that plague humans now. One of these challenges is that humans are often their own worst enemies because of their destructive thought patterns that continually sabotage spiritual growth and the transformation of the planet. When the Sirians were able to transcend their destructive mental patterns, they were able to make their planetary transition with ease. If this card is in your spread, look to the other cards as well as your life circumstances for future clues. The meaning may have to do with the needed transformation that must take place in your thought and belief patterns in order for you to make a shift. Conversely, the card may be acknowledging that you have made the shift and are ready to move into a new level of growth. Self-honesty will be needed in order to know which of these options or another is accurate. It is quite possible that guides from this Sirius era are working with you in your growth. If you feel this is the case, open yourself even more to the wisdom they can share with you. Do not fear this change, for freedom always comes from this type of mental transformation. What I get is focus on clarity. So you may want to look into activating the law of clarity. When we don't know what we want, we manifest unclear situations. And in activating the law of clarity, it's like that Huntress card. You shoot with the bow, you aim with the bow and arrow, you pull back the bow, and then you release, and you let the arrow fly.
Yes.
And so that has to do with agility, and it has to do with seeing things at a distance. So being nearsighted, farsighted is, can you see what's approaching you from 100 feet away in the distance? You know, will you be surprised by what has shown up in your life?
Are you quiet when you make the trance?
Are you anticipating? And you know, it's like what's the saying? See through the woods, seeing the trees from the forest.
Yes.
What does that mean exactly?
Well, that means that you don't realize that you're so deep. Let's say somebody's deep in some crap. There's so much crap happening that you lose sight over the perspective that you need to get out where you are.
Right.
That's what that means. That you have to realize you're in the woods right now. So let's say
Yeah.
you walked in the Fangorn forest, like Lord of the Rings, but you
Yeah.
don't know where the border is. And let's say you are 2 miles in and it's dark, it gets uncanny, stuff are not so controllable anymore. Things can happen, trees are windy, twisty, things are out of control, which is vorticular energy. It gets turbulent, and you need a moment to realize, holy shit, I'm very deep in this
Forest.
I need to get out.
Yeah.
So that's seeing the trees from the forest.
And
like you don't realize you're in the woods right now.
And with mental clarity, it's like, you know, when we think of air signs and Gemini and Libra and Aquarius, we always think about thought forms and mental and intellect. But if you're in a forest, right, and you have to survive from the hunt, or you're out in nature, you have to be very grounded. As sometimes you might have mapped it out in your intellect of what this hunt might be like.
The woods, for example, means basically your subconscious.
This gathering. Oh, true.
The woods is your subconscious.
Or whatever, your environment, your current predicament. Is we can analyze to depth mentally what it is. But if we don't see what's in front of us, we're not clear in our third eye. Because third eye is your sight and is your hearing. Is your clear seeing.
Yes.
And knowing.
Yeah.
You know, oh, that tree is that tree right there.
Yes.
So this could be a period of really getting clear, or a sign that you will get clear in the future what this was. If you don't know what it is you're dealing with right now, it's going to become clear. That's what the card indicates is the future.
Assuming there might be a tree does not make you knowledgeable because you don't know it is so. So what Krista just explained is once you know there's a tree, you know what you believe. But you
know what you believe.
You know what you believe. But you believe what you know is the trickery. When I know there's a tree, then I believe in my knowledge that I know in that distance that tree is there because that's my experience. But if I believe it is there, that is just like I believe I know. Yeah. I'm assuming I have knowledge. Very dangerous.
Some people, one way to know the truth is to take a plant medicine, I'll just say. But or a healing medicine from the Mother Earth. But if you don't know the truth about something, you can also use meditation, and humility is required to ask your spirit guide, what is this? What is going on here? Or you can use your psychic ability, third eye, to look at the repeating patterns. What patterns did you notice in your recent circumstance? The truth is what refuses to go away. And that can be a good thing. It can be a good truth.
Absolutely. He asked if I'm from the Odenwald. Yes, I'm from I'm actually born in the Odenwald, which used to be called Odin's forest. The god Odin. This is Viking saga, very ancient land where I come from. So yes, I'm from the Odenwald. Großumstadt.
Could we do one more card before we go for Lily? A women's card?
A women's card.
Yeah. Thanks, dear.
This was very swift. Yeah. Next time we do a show, we do it like longer. I think it's beneficial. Remember, like the Peacekeeper, 2 hours? But I'm just not super fit right now. We have so much coming up. We have an event in a couple of days.
Yeah,
I will do another hour.
We'll be doing a read on Sunday. We're not going to be doing live next Sunday.
So the following
Sunday. We're going to be working.
Yeah, we'll be working. So like I said, we're contacting the desert. If you want to see us, want to come see us live, we have a booth.
Indian Wells, SoCal.
Yeah. Indian Wells, SoCal.
They're on Instagram. Contact in the desert. Yeah. It's so worth it.
Trust me, it's the Woodstock of UFO.
It is. It really is. I saw UFOs.
It's really, really dope. A lot of people have a lot of things to say. Krista and I have lots of fun there. It's really, really
I saw 7 UFOs last summer. They were all triangular.
They
were black.
Right? Over the hotel? From the
pool. Over the hotel. I was in the pool, which is about 3 to 5 feet of water, and there was this hippie guy with his girlfriend having a beer with a beach ball. not really aware when I was going, hey, do you see that? And it was 7 triangles. They were black with orange circular light underneath, emanating an orange light, and they flew in a formation of 1 line like this, and 4 separated at a 45-degree angle this way, and 3 separated at a 45-degree angle this way, which is impossible for airplanes. And then they disappeared in 20 seconds. Amazing. I'm not I didn't get a feeling if it was ETs or government. I have no idea.
I think it was ETs. I'm getting that through you.
Take me to my home planet. Okay, Lily, kind of like the elder.
The wise one, the observer.
The wise one.
Let me see what's there to be read.
What's Alta? Alta.
Old woman.
Beobachteren.
The observer, 30.
I like the observer card because observers is when you detach and you just watch.
Okay, so for you is self-acknowledgement, being at peace, very rich inner life, being blessed, being happy, being content with where you are, and it's peace. Intuition, being self-sufficient, being humble, being rife in life, being modest, patient, humorous. You can take when somebody is conflicting, you can just observe that. It's not your conflict. So many times when I talk with Krista, it's like as empath, we think we are conflicted and they're thinking it's us because we get entangled with people's projections, because when people project, it's strong. If you, like right now, Krista and I we're sitting in our mechabic fields. So of course I have aspects that I will become, and she has aspects that she will become, because we're one. If that is in balance, we're both enhancing. But if it's, let's say, I just run my let's say macho show, and it's just how it's supposed to be, and she doesn't want me upset and wants to falsely cater to that, so I have that, it's an imbalance. That means she makes her merkaba smaller, mine gets bigger, and I'm like running around. But this entire mechabic duat system is going to be like little tilted. So it's the essence is to feel the balance, and when you feel it, take yourself out of it. It's not about you. Sometimes you have to just, whether it's male or female, take for a minute. Okay, it's not about my opinion and my depression or what I feel. It's like I take myself back, and trust me, it automatically comes back to balance. Integration, concentration, concentrating on the essential. That's for you. Some things are ending, some things are beginning. Your own enlightenment and endurance. So the dark side is if you isolate, or should you isolate yourself from everything. If you're cocky, you think you know it all, and you think you run the mill, and actually everybody kind of disconnects from you because you think you're running the show. Don't go there. If you close yourself off for things that changing, if you just don't want to hear about change, you know how that works.
Like a hermit.
This personalization from who you truly are, like not being in agreement with you. Still stand, not really going further.
This is the shadow, right?
Yeah, it's a shadow. You be mirroring yourself. I told Krista once that I saw a guru with a lot of mirrors around him. So if you be mirroring yourself, that means everything is about you. Is also too self-centered. You're cutting yourself off. You're not really sharing.
This can be great for research.
Yeah.
But not so good for interpersonal relationships.
Yeah.
You have to dance.
Yeah. Dark side is also trying to escape from the world. Everything is shit. Everything is my fault. I just want to be leaving the planet. That is when you're actually losing life force.
That can also be unnecessary worry.
Yes.
Like if you creating problems where there really are no problems.
Yeah. Lifelessness. Lethargy. Yeah, lethargy. Not feeling yourself. And turning away from life. You only know the headline. It is not advised, but to be looked at, what is it that you're doing, and what's life affirming, life maintaining, life sustaining. That's that. Concluded.
Thank you so much for joining us, Arcturus Roth.
Well, thank you for having me on your show. Much respect. I'm honored every time Krista has me.
It's been so wonderful having me here, you guys. give this video a 2 thumbs up and stay subscribed to my channel. I'll see you guys most likely on the flip side.
Also, I just uploaded the Ra channel video where I meditated. While Krista was traveling for a minute, I just used a few days for just to sit with me and sit and sit and sit and sit, and then it came in. That's why I admire how she can channel. It'll take me 6 months to bring up one channel. That's how hard it is to bring that in for me. But I did it, and I allowed myself to bring in the Ra perspective of the Ra collective.
I'm pulling a card for all of us together.
Yeah.
And it says Lemurian healing. So Lemuria was back before Atlantis, pre-Diluvian, 300,000 years ago. And I noticed a lot of the goddesses and sages on Instagram have been channeling Lemurian energy and creating Lemurian crystal art and things like this. Lemuria was a time where many people lived underground or they had earth homes. So this kind of energy might feel very good to you, thinking about bubble domes and connecting to the earth and Earth Day, taking care of the animals, the plants, nature, growing things, gardening, just a very earth-friendly time, and the Earth Mother, and respecting women, and correcting the rights that have been wronged on our Earth. And that card is number 24, and it says, Lemurians were fifth-dimensional, androgynous beings. They had telepathy, who loved and wanted to heal Earth. They drew the love of God through the cosmic heart into this planet. Lemurians gathered the divine qualities from our energy fields and that of the other stars, adding this to pure source light in order to form healing crystals to help us through the transition to the new golden age. So I have a dream catcher with the Lemurian seed quartz, by the way, on my Etsy store. The Lemurians then placed these healing crystals in the earth to light up the ley lines. They have contain records. So you have a quartz crystal that programs a computer. I can't imagine what crystals do for our earth. They grow inside of the earth. There must be some sort of huge significance. This says it's the ley lines. Even now, when two or more gather with humility to focus these crystals, powerful healing takes place. Affirmation: I send Lemurian healing to the earth. So in your meditations, connect to our home, our planet Earth, which unites all of us. And if you are integrating some past life memories from Lemuria, just know that these are ancient memories, and take your time with that process. I hope that this helps you, that you enjoyed this reading. If you want to book a one-on-one session with me, I will have my website in the links below, or just go to KristaRaisa.com. And it's time for our lunch, so we gotta go with Ra. See you guys next time, and have a wonderful, wonderful rest of your day. Bye.